It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
What it takes, count me out, bet against me, watch I flip the stakes. Doubt in their eyes, shade in their tone, but pressure make diamonds, so I'm leveling up on my own. Said I was too small, said I was too late. I took every can and turned it into jet fuel. Watch, now the lights up, crowd loud, heartbeat in my chest. You wanted a show, baby, here's the best. All they talk you made, I cashed it in for reps. When you say I'm not good enough, watch me work. When you say I fall short, watch me work. Every note you threw, I'm building skyscrapers with, so turn the volume up, cause this is where I prove it. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work. Yeah, I'm proving you wrong with every single verse. Watch me work, watch me work. Hey, used to be the joke, now I'm the headline. Slept on for years, now the whole world on my timeline. They counting my losses, I'm counting my lessons. Turn every scar to a story, every test to a blessing. Bet against my name, that's just more promotion. I'm the comeback story, fire in my motion. Watch my feet move, watch my vision clear. Told you I was built for this, now the whole world here. So turn it up, let the bass hit your soul. All that doubt you had, that's what made me go. Now I'm the proof you say could never unfold. When you say I'm not good enough, watch me work. When you say I fall short, watch me work. Every note you threw, I'm building skyscrapers with, so turn the volume up, cause this is where I prove it. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work. Yeah, I'm proving you wrong with every single verse. Watch me work, watch me work. Hey, you doubted me? Cool, watch this. You counted me out, count these wins. I'm the impossible you said would never begin. Now look at me now, did I do it again? Yes, let's go. Let's go. When you say I'm not good enough, watch me work. When you say I break down, watch me work. Took every never and I forced it into fire. Now I'm shining brighter, taking it higher. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work.
All right, watch me work.
Watch
We're
me
back.
work. You've been watching me work all morning.
I'm gonna tell you.
You know, you're
You
like
take-
this taskmaster.
You take not task.
This is our third show we've done since 9 o'clock this morning.
Well, we had to do the after hours. We had to do the morning show,
and
here we are.
now we go.
And now we go one after the other, and then there's another show after this.
Excuse me, aren't you happy about it?
Very happy. We've got Sally and Steve and their grandson Tyler joining us. We've got Wendy B.
I gotta tell you,
77 Portland.
Tyler, not
Watch
for
me
nothing.
work.
They tell me Tyler's coming to the studio, right? And they talk about like you're a 3-year-old person. So I go, okay, Tyler, be in the studio, good. Oh, it's gonna be great. And and the way they're sounding, I thought it was like my granddaughter.
I know.
And you didn't even allocate me a babysitter. I'm insulted.
No, but when you walk in, I see a grown man. I go, well, wait a minute, what just happened
I
here?
told you he was about, all grown and our kids' age and everything?
You told me that when I
This
saw
morning,
him.
yeah.
And it didn't register. So I'm saying to myself, 3-year-old just grew up. You gotta be what,
quickly,
your
right?
30s?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a young soul though.
You need to
be
talk
fair.
in the mic, Tyler.
To be fair, I'm a young soul. So.
It's nice to have the whole family in town, right?
I can see that.
Just missing Sydney.
Even Steve.
Yeah.
Steve's back, all good stuff. Happy Monday, happy getting ready for the second half of the year, according to Freddie. Christmas in July.
Christmas in July. Did you see how many people are coming?
To what?
Do you ever read anything I post?
What did you do?
I posted we're having a Christmas in July party.
When is it?
Any minute now.
Just wondering. Well,
Doesn't matter when it is.
just wondering when is
It may be back-to-back days.
Okay,
You know, maybe one day and then the next.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Gabe's got it under
Nobody
control.
shows up anyway.
That is true.
Nobody shows up until you announce a party, and then they all show up. And you go, oh, you see? So
You see?
I announced Christmas in July. I was Santa Claus. You're going to be
An elf
dwarf,
or
elf,
something?
whatever.
Sounds good. I didn't even see you posted anything like that.
You don't look at anything I post. I've come to that conclusion.
I don't know why
It's
I don't get
this 10-year
notifications.
bone I got to pick with you.
Okay.
Because you listen so well.
You know,
Not
we can,
to me.
We can talk
Not
about
to
that
me.
again. So the crew has decided, and if you listen to our after-hour show, that Freddie talks more than I do. He overtalks, and I listen.
Now we went into the over-talk section of the show. Before it was nice. He talks more. Now I'm over-talking.
They say
Okay.
you talk more than I do,
I'm not going to say nothing.
and I listen more.
When do you
but-
listen?
Watch me work.
Freddie, don't talk to Dawn like that, please.
Mom says, please be nice to Dawn today.
Sally,
Yes.
when does Dawn ever listen to anything I say?
Well, you're not going to like my answer. All the time.
That's how I could tell that
You know that I'm going to stick up for her.
you're just sticking up for her.
Right.
All the time. What can I tell you?
right.
But we got a great show. It's summer. It is hot outside. It's hot in here too. Or maybe it's just
It's
me.
not hot
working.
in here.
It's not. It's just me. What can I tell you? Maybe I need some of Tyler's things.
Yeah.
The scents.
okay.
We're going to talk about all of that. Special herbal scents and things to help
If
you.
you got
with your
special
life.
herbals, I need special herbalist.
Actually, it goes along with what Wendy's talking about. Do you want to talk a little bit about your product?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
Oh, we get there, Grandma. She's
Oh, I
so
thought it was
excited to
now.
have him.
I'm feeling
Will you
like a
take it easy?
grandma.
Why don't you spill some more water on the floor?
I'm excited for him. I mean, it's only a week visit here.
I know. And I'm excited to have Wendy. She's got all of her wares with her.
Yes, she does.
Yay!
Wendy, do we have a special portal opening tomorrow?
We do. We have the 7/7 portal coming along tomorrow, and it's great expansion. That's been the word of the day, and some of us feel a little bit at times that the portal can be a little bit hairy. So I brought along some stuff to kind of help with protection.
No, you
and
brought along a
settling
lot
down.
of stuff. What is that? Magic potions? What do you got going?
I got all kinds of stuff to help people when they want to adjust their energy of their homes and that kind of stuff with kitchen stuff. I mean, with a lot of this stuff we already have in our kitchen cabinets if we cook with seasonings and stuff. So I figured we'd do something easy for everybody to that they can just and salts too that they can use right from their kitchen cabinet.
Have you done this before?
Many times for a long time, over decades of this stuff.
So there are times that I order spices into the house because from Instacart, and Chuck will say, "So you're cooking tonight?" No.
I
He says,
love
"What
it.
is all this for?"
Making a brew.
Exactly. You don't need to know about that. I need. Like yesterday with cinnamon sticks.
Lovely.
See,
You know,
she encouraged.
when I
Yep.
don't do that. When I was with Michelle in the Bronx, and she came home, I always did some kind of concoction, but I always had dry ice. What you guys, they call it hot ice, dry ice. And I used to put a piece in anything I made so it would smoke.
That's awesome.
So she used to say to me, "What, are you trying to kill me?" And I used to say, "No, this is magical." Because it just evaporates. It's gonna not change the color. You can't put it on your lip when you drink it, so I gave her a straw.
Yeah.
And I used to do this. Can you imagine coming home and giving Chuckster dry ice beverage.
That's
No,
amazing.
I can't even imagine, but I can't imagine all these amazing things that Wendy has. And then I start thinking, Wendy, that I'm too far into the woo.
Nope. Nope.
There
We're this is just a dabbing of the toe into the woo.
Don't say that.
It's just a dipping of the toe.
She ordered lemons this morning. They're all over the place. I think that I have to be careful where I sit, that I don't sit on a lemon. They're like everywhere.
Why is 9 such an important number? in
It's well,
spirituality?
sometimes 9 is because of closings and conclusions, especially if you're trying to start off new projects or that kind of thing. It's kind of like how we look at the full moon. Once it goes full, you go, as it goes growing, you go manifesting, and then as it goes away, then you're starting to release. So it's a release kind of thing. The
And
number
why
9.
lemons?
Lemons, because they're cutting, they're clearing, they are typically, like if you go with the scientific side, it's antibacterial, it's antimicrobial, so usually it starts with that, but then humans and the ancients, they attach their other medicinal values to it, and all different types of practices, Ayurveda and all these different things, they'll use all of these things. Now, I'm not familiar with all the terms, but I know that lemon helps with clearing out the body. It can be used as an astringent. If you have the whole thing of the lemon, you put a lemon in the house and you can tell if a particular room has too much density because the lemon will go yucky real quick.
Is that the same thing for flowers?
Yes, definitely for flowers. I'm a strong believer in any flowers or any plants that you bring to the house. I will tell people once, especially after they've had a house cleaning, bring in white flowers into the house and see how they do. White roses, I kind of stay away from, because white roses or any type of roses, they tend to die a little fast. But if you're going to do these types or carnations, watch and see how long they last. These actually came from a bundle of flowers I gave to my husband for Father's Day. So the fact that they're still good tells you that there's good energy in the house. But if they die within a couple of days, time to do a clearing, time to do a cleansing, see what's going on in the house, because the energy's off.
Can I take one home? Just see
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Interesting.
Yep.
Lemons were used for many things.
Yes.
Don't.
Do tell.
No, don't.
She
Don't
won't let me.
encourage
Right.
the man on the other
Right.
side of the stage.
But that's
please.
where I got that story. And it's very true. You heard what she says. Cleanliness and all that.
All right. On that note, let's take a
Wow.
commercial break.
You
More to
know.
come with Holistic Blessing.
I'll tell you between
Sally
the shot.
Bernard, Steve, and Tyler. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to win a brand new 2027 Audi A3? The Core Foundation, in conjunction with AMP Media Futures Foundation, is giving you the chance to drive away in luxury while supporting scholarships and community programs. First prize, a new 2027 Audi A3. Second prize, an American Electric Stellar bike. Third prize, a $250 Visa gift card. The drawing will be held Saturday, December 19th, 2026 at the Fort Lauderdale Marriott North, and you do not need to be present to win. Tickets are only $20. Purchase yours today at Ampy Media Production Studio or call 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422 or email mail to production@ampy2.tv.
Got legal questions? We've got answers. From family matters to business needs. Get access to a dedicated lawyer 24/7 for one low monthly fee.
Helped me navigate a tough situation. I felt protected and informed every step of the way.
Don't face life's challenges alone. Get Legal Shield today.
At AM2TV, we don't just create content, we produce experiences. From concept to final cut, we bring your vision to life with cinematic quality and precision. Whether it's music videos, branded content, or live productions, we make it stand out. AM2TV, where your vision gets amplified.
Have an idea you want to create? Then come on down to AMP2 Media, where we can create anything you can think of, ranging from podcasts, shows, audiobooks, music videos, and more. This will be done by our interns, who are hungry for hands-on experience that will help them advance their skills and strive for the careers they want. Call us at 866-224-5422 or visit us at 2400 Northwest 2nd Avenue to pitch your idea today, and we'll get it made.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, we're back. So look, we're halfway through the year. Now comes the other half. So if you messed up the first half because you didn't do things right, you get a second chance.
Always a second
to
chance.
fix it.
Every day's a new day.
This is the rebound. This is when you have a chance to make things right.
Well, I'm excited.
What happens if you did right the first half?
Well, then all you gotta do is keep doing.
Okay.
You just keep going.
Just keep doing it.
It does
But a
not
lot
work
of
in
people
reverse.
don't fall in that category, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Look around us today. But anyway, it's a different story.
All right, I'm excited that Wendy B is with us of Holistic Blessings. Wendy is an intuitive, psychic, healer, channeler. Probably more things that I'm missing out on this. Extraordinaire, just fabulous all the way around. And today on her Monday segment, she brings us some tips that you can all do at home. And I thought this was really important because I want people to feel empowered to change their space if they want to, change their atmosphere, really take it under control and say, you know what, that resonates with me, I'm going to give it a try. So some of this may be for you, others may resonate more than some other things. Maybe you'll even find something you want to give a try.
I'm all up for getting choice, because if you give people choices, then whether you pick them or not, that's up to you. But having a choice is the best opportunity to changing your luck or making things a little bit better.
All right, Wendy, let's see what you got today.
All righty.
So what are you cooking?
So I've got several things. I decided to bring a couple of different layers to see where it resonates at. Everybody has salt in their cabinet. Most of us, if we cook with seasonings and stuff, we'll have things like cloves, we'll have bay leaves, rosemary, basil. I brought all of these that are basics because these are herbs that number one, we cook with. Number two, they have healing medicinal properties. If you go that way, you can use it from a science base, you can use it from a wellness, and then you can use it for metaphysical stuff. So in the case of salt, I'm going to start off with salt because everybody has it. You can have your pink Himalayan salt, you have some of your regular iodized salt. Now, case in point, when you have salts, I have them all here, the iodized one is usually the last of the tiers of the salts you want to use. Sea salt is very good. Kosher salt is good because they're all blessed. You can bless them yourself. I actually make my own blessed salt. I'll do it according to the way that I am a reverend, so I do practice different things to kind of assist with these, to empower my herbs or whatever it is I'm using. So in this case, say that you come to your house or you come to an area and it feels a little off and you want to change up the way that it feels. You can simply take some water and add a little bit of salt, pinch, teaspoon. So you can as much as you want, but I'll say about a teaspoon. You sprinkle your little bit of salt. For me, the pink Himalayan salt, I use it when I want to add a little bit of love. It's pink, so it makes me think of the love vibration. So if I have that, I feel like there's been a lot of arguments or that kind of thing, and I want to not only settle, I not only want to purify, I want to add the vibration of love, I'll do that. So I'll add that, I'll put in another pinch of the other salt and another pinch of kosher salt, and this one's kind of coarse, so it'll take a little bit to dissolve. You stir it up, let it dissolve, and if the water is cold, it's even better. Put it in a spray bottle. For those of us who can't really smell, those of us who have asthma, we don't want to do a sage bundle or anything, put this in a spray bottle and starting from your front door, spray up. Those of us who are really into the woo and have been doing this kind of thing, if we're trying to get rid of energies, typically you start from the back of the house and move forward, spraying the house with whatever you're going to use. That's for this. Now say you want to take it up a notch or you feel a little bit more into the woo. I love to use herbs for that purpose. So in this glass that I have here, I've added some rosemary, some cloves. I've added a couple different things. Once it's had a chance, typically this one would be boiling water. So you'd want to add the herbs so that it could kind of brew like a tea, like if you were to drink your tea. Once it's done brewing, you give it about 20 minutes in that simmer, and then you simmer out and you take out all of the herbs. I was going to say it in Spanish, colar. You strain out the herbs, and then whatever's in that bottle, you can do, in that glass, what you can do is a couple of things. You can either put it again into a spray bottle, a little bit of cold water, let it cool down, and spray and use that. Add salt to it if you want. That's another thing you could do. You can add
Let me
some
ask
salt
you a
in.
question. In my woo-ness, in my studies, salt clears negative energy.
Yes.
So you're going to clear all the negative out of your house.
Yes.
Don't you need to refill it with positive energy, or do you leave it empty?
No.
Okay.
You do fill it back in. This is your first. There's always like you go to shower, you wash your hair, and then you wash your body. Provided that's how everybody does it. But there is a step. So you want to start off by clearing out, and you're absolutely right. Once you clear out, if you don't fill in that void with something positive or whatever it is that you do want, it can come right back. So you're absolutely right. Once you're done clearing, then you want to, either say prayer or maybe add like a sweetening type of thing. I was going to get to that on the next segment. But at some point, once you're done the clearing, then you can bring in the love vibration and stuff. That's why I brought my big hunk of rose quartz.
Wow.
But
Can I ask a question? With the water, I would imagine it's important where you throw it away, right?
Well, once you're done, you can either dump it down the toilet, or you can rinse it outside of your front door.
That's what I was saying.
Exactly. You can give it right back to earth. You don't want to put it in a spot where the salt can kill any plants. So you do want to be mindful of that. But the amount of salt that you're adding, if you're not adding a whole bunch, should be just fine. So the other components that I have here, I have some black tourmaline. These are herbs. These are crystals that you can add to your practice to make it as simple as you want or as complex. Sometimes I will start laying out like the tea here, for example, and I will put it inside of a grid of my selenite and my black tourmaline and shungite. The shungite is going to get rid of the EMFs. The black tourmaline is going to transmute any energy, and this is going to bring in the clear energy. So you can sit that overnight, and then not only are you empowered with the herbs, the salt, now you've got a mineral component to it. Alrighty? So if you look here, I have a bottle that's made automatically with the amethyst in there. They sell these. I will add a little caveat. Some of the stones that these people manufacture and put in these, you're not supposed to put them in water. So you've got to be real careful about which stones you cannot put selenite in water. You don't want to drink that water. Here, this is okay here, but certain stones should not be in here. Some manufacturers are not aware of that. So if you drink it, there could be arsenic or asbestos. We'll get to that another time. But you do got to be mindful of, if you get something like this, that the crystal can go in water and it is something you can drink. Not all stones can you.
Wow.
So besides that, I also have some essential oils. So say you want to add another layer. I've got rosemary. Rosemary is your all-purpose. So say that you want to do an abundance. Say you want to do a sweetening. Your rosemary, assign it. Intent. Put your intent on what you want to do with it and add it to your water. So your rosemary, whether in fresh, whether in dry or oil form, it's always going to be your all-purpose. It's one of my favorites, and it smells amazing. So there's that. What other components do we want to talk about here? I brought in some of these crystal grids. These represent protections and they're grounding. So you can add this also, whether you want to put it in a room, you want to add it to this type of things. It's all about layers. You keep it simple. Grab some basil, boil it, use that to wash your floors with it. So you can go as simple or as complex or as layered as you want. Now, another caveat. I'm saying all of these things here. You don't have to do this. You could simply say a prayer, open up your Bible, light a candle, and clear out and offer a protection. One of my favorite ones is to put my hand in that blessed water, put my hand on the door, and say a prayer of some kind of protection so that anything that comes in is for our greatest good, and that the door opens to release anything that's not. So there's many different ways to go. I often joke that you can empower a cheeseburger if you want to, But going back to basics, water is your
absolute top tier programmable element that there is available to us. We can put whatever we want in that water. We can put words underneath it, drink the water. So there's different ways that you can do. If you're feeling a little offbeat, you might want to say, I need protection. You can say it out loud, or you can write it on a piece of paper, slip it underneath your glass, and then drink that water throughout the day. And you likely feel empowered. This is all about what? Believe. That's it. That is the number one ingredient to any of this. Believe that whatever you're using or whatever tool that you're working with, whatever words that you're saying, really are something that you believe. I have some people say, I don't resonate with the crystals, then don't work with the crystals. Work with what empowers you and makes you feel not only empowered, like you've just lit yourself up. You feel good. You know, it's kind of like I'm looking at Sally and the way she lights up seeing her grandson. That's the type of feeling you want to have when you're doing whatever these practices are. And one last thing, I brought even one of my wands here. So this one is, you can tell it's for the chakras, but this is also very, very wonderful for clearing out energies. So if you resonate with crystals, I'm scanning my body, you can do it with that too. So even these, even a straight up one of these, clear your energy out. Again, it comes down to belief. Whatever one of these tools. Then if we go into biblical stuff, hyssop. Hyssop is, what is it? Cleanse me with hyssop and purge me and make me white as snow. So there's even evidence in the Bible of different herbs that are used. Salt is used in the Bible. There are different ways to, again, bless and make holy water and that kind of thing. So think about where your traditions, your practices are, and use that. Infuse that with what it is that you're going to do to empower yourself. Do you guys have any questions for me about what I've said here?
What do you do is if you're doing all of this and somebody else in the house believes none of it, and they sort of anchor it down to make you feel like, you know, you do what you got to do, but I'm not buying in. Does that change the method of what's going on in the house?
Not necessarily, and I'll tell you why. My husband, he's like, I see what you've done. I've been married with him for 27 years. We just had our anniversary. And he's like, I cannot comprehend, and this is not my jam. He says, but I see it in work. So he supports me in that. Same thing with my son. I'm like, I don't want to ever do something that feels off. So I'll check in with them. Hey, I plan to do a spiritual cleansing in the house. Are you guys all right with that? So then I first will get permission. So that's number one. Number two, it does not matter if your person doesn't believe, but I do believe in asking their free will permission to make sure it's okay. And I'll get to that in a second. So for my husband, he doesn't have to be actively there. I'll tell him, listen, just know that this is my intent and plug in your intent however you want to. About a week ago, I needed to clear out my home, and my son was there, and he was telling me he senses the energy off. And I found that really fascinating because that's not something that my son would normally say to me. And when I started, I said, hey, you can engage however you want to. And he did his own little practice, which felt great to me because that tells me he's looking and exploring the tools that resonate for him. So he did that and felt empowered. Now, I have had clients who stay in somebody else's house like they're a roommate, and they're like, oh, my roommate does not resonate with none of this. So I told them, number one, you've got to respect that you're in their space. So secondly, if you have a room that's in this space, then you want to guide your people, your spiritual team, and respect the fact that they themselves have theirs. And you put quarantine around your space. This is what I'm doing for my space. And you can, I would say, keep it secret, but being mindful of the energy that you're in. It is the owner's house or the owner's space, so you must respect their space, you must respect their intent, but you can carve out yourself a little fortress of solitude, shall I say, within that space, so that your stuff stays in your stuff and it's kind of isolated and either one doesn't intermingle with one and the other. So it's a really good question. It is. So one last
I'm all
thing.
in on all of this. I have my sacred space. I have my sacred, I guess, altar, for lack of a better word.
Yep.
I don't know. And I don't believe in it that it's religious. For me, it's spiritual.
Spiritual.
Right.
It's a connection. It's a touching place where you touch, where you can. It's like going to church, but your church or your place of worship inside your home, that's your spiritual connection. It's your grounding space.
I was watching, it's funny, well, nothing is, it's not coincidence, right? I was watching something, and in fact I even mentioned it to Steve, and it really resonated with me because they were talking just as you were. It was a program I was watching, and they were talking about saging. Because I believe in all this, but that's the key. Because
Exactly.
they actually said that. They said if you believe it, you don't have to have it, but by touching something that you believe is going to clear energy, it will. But you absolutely, as you said, Wendy, you can do it without the actual object.
Exactly.
It's the belief system that's
When
doing
when
this.
I went to Mexico, I think it was in the 80s. I'm trying to do the math in my head, and I brought back a statue, and I bought it. I went to that pyramid where you climb up, and then you have to
Chichen
use.
Itza?
Yeah, and you gotta use the chain to come back down because it's like.
Yeah.
So I bought it there, and there was this guy. He was all dressed up in a whatever, and he calls me over. He says, "You want to have children?" And I says, "Yeah, we would like to have children because Michelle's biggest deal is we weren't having children. Freddie took 5 years to have." And I said, "Yes." And I brought this statue back, and he says, "Put this statue up high, and you will have children right away." And Michelle got pregnant, and Gio came along, and then I gave this statue to other people, and they got pregnant. Now the statue sits in my house with a blanket in the cupboards because I got to cover it if it's not going to be used because then everybody gets pregnant.
Yep.
And it's really weird because now that you're saying these things, at the beginning I thought if I said this story out loud to anybody, they're going to think I'm crazy. But it's never failed.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking back, this thing, I must have had it now for 40 years.
Isn't that something?
Is that crazy?
Does Linda know it's in your closet?
She knows the whole story because I'm going to have my 6th grandchild.
Wow.
Oh, well, it's working for your grandchildren.
Yep.
And so Linda said to her daughter, and I got to tell you, now comes the test because I'm going to put it in Sarah's house and see what happens. But this stuff is a miracle worker.
Yeah, it is. And I will tell you something else. Can I give you a little tidbit too? This effigy, this statue that you're talking about, I close my eyes because I'm already hearing what they're saying. It's for fertility.
Yes.
Now, when we think about fertility, we don't only have to think about it in the fact of getting pregnant. It's also fertility in the yields of what you're doing, the fruits of your seeds. So you can put it out and say, well, now we want to have bigger exposure. We want to have more money coming in for our interns, whatever the case is. Write out a word. Hey, we need some help in this area, and give that to the spirit with a little offering of water or whatever it is that you give it, if you even give it something, and ask, hey, we're trying to do this thing. Can you help us? See how this rolls out.
I bring this thing in here, and there's going to be pregnancies all over the place. That's why I've never brought it in here.
But give it its specific purpose. Hey, you've done really good in this other area. We could use a little help here, and give it some different kinds of beans. Beans. I'm afraid of doing that.
Please don't show it to Sally.
I was worried about you.
Well,
no.
Actually, I was more concerned for Linda. I said, "Is it in your closet?"
No, we're not concerned for us. It just happens coincidentally that it's everywhere it's gone. It's worked.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid to bring it in here because if all the youngins in there, all of a sudden becomes a baby factory in here. You're gonna look at me and say, "You gotta get this thing out."
Yeah, that would be pretty wild.
Workforce issue.
But the funny thing is that when I first brought it over, because I had to carry it from Mexico, and they packaged it. Like my brother, may he rest in peace, was with me, and he says to me, "Do you think this is real?" And I go, "If you think it will happen, right?"
1,000%.
And that's why you can't mess with this.
No.
You can't say nothing because you never know.
Yeah, no, you can't be willy-nilly is the way that I say I approach these. That's why I'm like, let's start off simple. We can get into all of the specifics and candles and colors and all of that stuff. that's going to be a little bit down the road. So I figured let's start off at the basics. We've got the portal coming in, so we might want to kind of have a way to leverage or neutralize in case that it's too much energy coming in, or maybe we want to, you know, ride the wave and raise it up a little bit and that kind
now,
of thing.
before we go to commercial, I had seen for the portal, it's a blue-green energetic portal. I don't know, we're blue, we're green. Sally, looks like you're ready to rock and roll on this whole situation. The chairs seem good.
Yeah,
Drinks,
that's
green
okay.
things.
Yep.
Yes, no, or is that just a lot of woo?
Yes, I tell you what, for me, I love blue and green. It reminds me of earth and water together, so it's the elements. For me, it's the heart chakra or the heart space with the throat space of trying to articulate from heart space authentically what's going on. So yes, if you cater to colors, absolutely, and I do. And we've got colors all over the place. Your blouse is just, for me, is through the moon for me because of all the colors and all the whimsy in it. And with all so much, if we go to the other side, there's so much negativity or so much of this other stuff going on. We need this stuff. However it resonates. For me, the flowers, the colors, the smells, all of those things layer in. And for somebody who resonates, then by all means, but somebody's going to say, I have several people who have asthma or, you know, they're on oxygen tanks. So then the salt water spray. So just my intent moving forward and what you're saying with the portal is we are being asked to be as authentic, to find what resonates with us, to give ourselves, you know, when we're preparing for a hurricane, they say get all of your things that you need, your water, all your stuff. So for me, with these types of portals and stuff, get the things that support you. Have around you the things that, if you're going to need tissues because you think you're going to cry a lot, get the tissues, whatever those things look like, and work with those. Have a little table where maybe you put the things that resonate with you, the little trinkets and the statues or whatever it is. And if you don't, and if it's a Bible, that's fine. If whatever it is that resonates for you is is my baseline all the time. Find your entry point, what feels good, and then from there, if you have a curiosity, if you have an inspiration that comes in, spirit comes with inspiration.
All right, so when you were not here on Thursday, you left a little early. I may have done some repurposing of some
I've been noticing things
in the
such as-
studio, so I just ask you to respect what I did and leave them alone.
No, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing until I wake up this morning and there's nobody here.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, no, now you didn't do it. You're about to give me the march about I changed things and there's nobody here. So maybe
I didn't do that.
You know, when the Knicks were on their run, I ate a Pop-Tart back there. I'm not supposed to eat them. And they won every time I did it. Don't ask me why. Remember that? And she used to say to me, no. But here it is today. Do you want to tell us what you did?
No.
Because there's nobody here.
Well, that's...
So undo it.
Didn't do that.
I saw the lemons.
You saw the lemons?
Yeah.
All right, Wendy, how do people reach you for more information or to learn some practices?
I see what you
So they can find me on holisticblessings.com. They can find me on Etsy with the same name, Holistic Blessings. All of my socials have the Holistic Blessings. And I recently launched a YouTube channel, so they can find me there. And it's Wendy B. The Light, but Holistic Blessings. So you can find a little bit of all of those things. So you can tag me in social media. You can send me a message through my webpage, my website. So.
And she's here every Wednesday with Dana Sardano, and then on Mondays for a segment of Holistic Blessings. All right, we're going to take a commercial break.
I see what you did.
You do. More to come. We're going to meet Tyler Samberg on the other side of this break. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to stop playing small and step into your highest self? This isn't just a book club. It's a call to action. No fluff, no excuses, just growth. Actually, growth with some super cool people with a shared intention. Join us live at the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Cafe Show Wednesdays at noon and become the greatest version of you. For more information, go to ubuntufishgallery.com. UBU fishgallery.com.
Unlocking secrets, doing what we love, with a little help from the stars above. Grab your tools, let's take a chance. It's creative, magical dance, making magic with Max. Yeah, we're making magic with Max.
Looking for great coffee and a place to unwind? Come to Tiki Coffee and Desserts. We serve gourmet coffee made fresh, rich espresso, smooth lattes, and handcrafted specialty drinks made just the way you like them. Pair it with one of our delicious desserts, from creamy cheesecakes to fresh pastries and sweet treats made to satisfy every craving. No matter what you're in the mood for, you can trust that it's been prepared with care and quality ingredients. Enjoy a warm, welcoming atmosphere where our friendly staff make you feel right at home the moment you walk in. Whether you're meeting friends, taking a break, getting some work done, or simply treating yourself, Tiki Coffee and Desserts is the perfect stop. Don't miss out on an irresistible experience you'll want to come back to again and again. Tiki Coffee and Desserts, the hottest new coffee shop in Boca.
Welcome to Amp Media Productions, the driving force behind more than 25 real radio and streaming shows that include
The Florida Love Show, The JC Dreesen Show, and The Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Our mission is simple: to help you shine a spotlight on your business and amplify your impact. We harness the power of both radio and internet television, partnering with South Florida True Oldies radio station, creating a truly dynamic platform for you.
Right here on VCMG, the oldie station.
Through commercial creation, podcasting, or even crafting your very own video cast, join us in the journey of making your story heard today.
One more time.
We've shot half of the movie. We're trying to help, get...
Amp2 Media Productions, where your business takes center stage and your impact knows no bound.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
On this day in 1854, the Republican Party of the United States held its first convention in Jackson, Michigan. On this day in 1892, 3,800 striking steel workers engaged in a day-long battle with Pinkerton agents during the Homestead Strike, leaving 10 dead and dozens wounded. On this day in 1944, Jackie Robinson refuses to move from the back of the bus, leading to his court-martial. On this day in 1947, the AK-47 goes into production in the Soviet Union.
There, we're back.
I like the change you did on this day in history to watch all of the segments that our crew puts together through the Amp Media Futures Foundation. Like and subscribe and share our new YouTube channel, Amp Media Futures Foundation. All of the creations, all the elements, all the things you say are in separate playlists, so you get to rewatch them again and again and see how hard our crew works every day to bring these pieces right to your TV, as they say.
Yes, and I also want to give thanks to Frank Ruffalo. Ruffalo.
No, but okay.
Frank put a GoFundMe together for the Futures Foundation.
Nice.
I want to say thank you for Frank for doing that and see how we can help push that out.
All right, so we're going to move to the other side of the studio. We've got Sally and Steve and Tyler Samberg, their grandson. And no, he's not 3. He is. But we're really excited to have you. So I'm going to bring you over and you're going to share what you do.
Thank you for having me.
It is such a pleasure to meet you, to have you stateside.
I've heard so much about you guys. It's like your family already, you know?
Well, we've heard a lot about you too. You currently live in Thailand, correct?
Yeah, I live in Koh Samui, Thailand, and I come here about half the year. So I fight over there, Muay Thai, which is the traditional Thai kickboxing, and usually I'm there for about a 3-month stretch, depending on whether or not I injure myself. So if I break something, I come back a little bit earlier. If not, we wait for the visa to run out. I come back here, I sell my product, and we use that to fund the training.
How did you get into Muay Thai?
I'll try not to.
How did you get into fighting?
Honestly, Steve asked me this the other day, and we had a little joke about it. I was like, I've always been violent, you know? But honestly, I was doing boxing for a while in Serbia and England. I've been around a little bit. I was doing sales in Europe, and I did boxing for a bit. I got my butt kicked in a couple gyms, and I realized that if I was going to do a combat sport, I would need something that had a little bit more, a couple more aspects to it. Because with boxing, you've got to start at around 8 years old. You know what I mean? It's very, very difficult to catch up to people who have a lot of experience, whereas from what I saw with Muay Thai, it was easier to progress. There's a lot more different aspects. So if you're not great at something, you know, for instance, if you're not great at boxing, you can throw a leg kick, you can do some clinching, something like this. But it all started when I went to Thailand, essentially. The culture of it was just so much more beautiful to me. It feels a lot more ritualistic. For instance, during the fights even, they're playing almost what you would hear as like snake charming music. You know, it's very traditional. It's been around for a couple thousand years. And it just resonated with me a lot more than, say, MMA or boxing.
So what you do? You went to Thailand and says, "Oh, I like the way they fight here," and then stayed, or did you have a game plan?
Yeah, it was pretty much just masochism. You know what I mean?
Wow!
Yeah, I saw a couple fights and I met a couple fighters, and they seemed so happy and calm compared to people I've met in other fighting sports, and I made a lot of just really close friends really quickly, and my first training, I just fell in love. You know what I mean?
And how long have you been doing this?
It's been about 1.5 years now. I moved fast, you know. I went right from amateur, from doing nothing to pro in about 6 months, because they fast track you over there. You know?
So you're a professional.
Yeah, I've got 6 fights now, and I hope to have another tournament in August.
And you have like 4 knockouts.
5 knockouts.
5 knockouts.
And
you did 5. You did 6 fights, and 5 of them you won by knockout.
Yeah, the last one, but the loss gave me this guy. A little bit of a crooked nose.
Really?
Yeah. But
and this the fighting happens in Thailand, or do you go around the world?
Every fight I've had so far has been in Thailand, in Koh Samui specifically, which is a little island in the south. But I plan on having a tournament in August in Maryland, hopefully, which I'm not sure, I believe it's going to be kickboxing, not Muay Thai, which is a little bit different. And then after August, I plan on going back to train in Bangkok, where the higher level stadiums are.
Is this like MMA in this country?
It's similar. I mean, a lot of the best MMA fighters have a base in jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, right? So Muay Thai is like kickboxing, but it involves clinching. So it's called the art of 8 limbs, as they call it, right? So you can use your feet, your knees, your elbows, and your fists, right? So in normal kickboxing, you can only strike, right? In MMA, you can wrestle. So you can't do takedowns in Muay Thai, as an example. So it's, in my opinion, it's a little bit more dangerous because you don't have a reprieve from the contact. You know what I mean? If someone rings your bell in MMA, you can wrestle them down. You can get yourself to a safer position. In Muay Thai, you just gotta take it. You know. And
so once you get into that position where each one of you is clenched, they break you up and you have to start again in an upright position?
It's like, I'm sure you've seen in MMA sometimes if there's no movement, they'll stand them up. Yeah. So if someone is dominating the other, if they've got them in a good clinch and they're continuing to strike, then it continues, right? But if they get tangled up too much, or if you're on the ropes or something like that, the ref will come and pull you apart.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And 1.5 years, and you're a pro, so you get paid for doing this.
Yeah, I wish I got paid more, but we're getting there.
Well, as you go up in the ranks, what weight do you fight at?
I fight at, it's interesting because I have to get used to the pounds again. I've been away for so long, but I fight, right now I'm at about 180 pounds. I fight at about 160, 165, something like that.
So you got to lose between 15 20 pounds?
Yeah, but you lose it quick in Thailand.
He's got an amazing regimen that he goes through, his training regimen.
Yeah, we'll run usually like, I'll run normally like 10 kilometers, which is about 6 miles in the morning, and then do 2.5 hours of training. Then about 3 or 4 hours, I'll like eat a whole chicken and take a nap. And then
where do you fit in the ice bath?
The ice bath is way at the end. Yeah. Way at the end. Yeah. You do some ice bath and stretching at the end. But normally we run about 20 kilometers a day. Wow. And from what I saw, you can lose, 8 to 10 pounds in one run.
And you won't fight at 180. You're comfortable at 165?
I'm not sure just yet. It's interesting. Muay Thai is a little different than in other sports, right? Because in MMA or boxing, the lower you go, the better. Every time, right? Because it's giving you have more of a strength advantage if you're able to drop weight. But in Muay Thai, they're all so small over there that the highest level is at about 125 to 145 pounds, right? So it's a little bit different than other sports because the highest level of competition is in those lower weight classes.
Wow.
So I'm actually still undecided. You can pretty much switch around. Like if you watch the UFC, you see guys are jumping all around based on how they feel, if they have energy for the fight, if they're feeling healthy, if they're too dehydrated, it all comes into it. But in Muay Thai, they care a lot more about their long-term health from what I can see in that way. They don't really want to dry themselves out too much. Mm-hmm. And if you dehydrate yourself too much, you don't have as much cushion in your brain, and therefore it's easier to get knocked out.
Yeah.
So it's important to feel healthy when you get in there, I think.
And also strength versus speed,
Mm-hmm.
because from what I understand is they're faster
Mm-hmm.
on that side of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
On this side they're slower, but the strength on this side
Mm-hmm.
is more. So I guess you have to weigh out. Who picks your opponents?
Usually what you'll do is you'll contact the stadium, and then they have a promoter in there who will contact the other gyms, and they'll try to find someone relatively on your level. But it's a bit of a circus. When you're in the stadium circuit, it can be a little bit of a circus. You know
But
what I
this
mean?
is interesting. What's your level? Are you like top?
So it's interesting. So there's there's a stadium circuit, and then there's RWS, and there's one championship. One championship is very similar to UFC in the level.
Okay.
RWS is right below that, and then the stadium circuit, you've got fight tourists going there sometimes. You've got pros. You've got people who are
everybody.
Yeah, you've got all sorts. So it's about the matchup itself. So for instance, with my loss, the guy that I fought, he told the stadium he had 7 fights. It was my 3rd fight. Turns out he was a coach. He had the WBC 2021 year fight of the year.
Really?
My coach called me about 5 minutes before while I was getting my hands wrapped, and it happened to be my birthday. And he told me, I'm gonna say it with the accent out of love, by the way. You no fight, he kill you like this. And, yeah, so I was a little bit. I was a little bit.
But you could have
surprised.
backed down. You should have backed down.
It was my birthday, man. It was my birthday. What I did was I finished wrapping my hands. I thought about it for a second, and then I bet $1,000 on myself.
Oh, Lord. That's interesting.
And then he broke your nose.
Yeah, he broke my nose a little bit, but it was a nice experience.
So
We
do
had a
you
hug
do
afterward.
homework on who you're going to fight to make sure that these ringers don't show up?
This is the thing. It's much more difficult. Like the higher level you go, the easier it is to research your guys. You know what I mean? But they'll make a matchup. I had a fight on 2 days' notice one time. I had 3 fights in 4 weeks about 2 months ago, right? So you don't get a lot of time. They don't really tell you much about your opponent. You'll usually see a picture, and they'll show you the first name. So if you really want to do your research, you can figure it out. But we like to leave it up to the gods.
Do they wrap your hands?
Mm-hmm.
And the gloves?
In Muay Thai, you're allowed to stack the gloves, actually.
Okay.
And to be funny enough, for that fight, my stacks just disappeared like 5 minutes before the fight.
What?
And you have to make those. That takes about 45 minutes to make. So your coach molds them to your hand, and you get about an inch of extra padding there, and that fills out the glove, and it gives you more impact. You know what I mean?
And yours were gone.
Yeah, they just disappeared like that,
And reappeared after the fight?
And my mouth guard also disappeared. My buddy who had a broken foot from training, he had to run over to the store outside the stadium. He ran in, he brought a hot bowl of water, and we made it in the stadium, inside of the room.
As a grandma, I can't tell you I'm delighted about this.
Yeah, but you have to
He does
also
have a business too.
But you have to also understand the nature of him.
I know.
That he's going through this.
I know.
Because he wants to.
Yeah,
Nobody's
Sydney,
telling me he has
sister.
to.
She calls me and tells me, I haven't spoken to Tyler, what he's doing. I said, he's doing what? Did I hear that right? She says, no, there's money in it. I said, okay, but...
Well, if there's money in it.
Well, yeah. No, but I mean, you were just fighting on the streets or something.
Have you ever been knocked out?
No, never been knocked out, never been knocked down, but I will be. That's how it is in Muay Thai.
I have a video
you know?
of one. It's absolutely incredible.
The
What
guy
he's
that-
done in just a little while.
The guy that cracked your nose, he
hit me with the knee. Actually, the doctor stopped it after the fourth round. They forced me to talk to the doctor after the fourth round because I was, my nose was a little bit perpendicular to my face, and yeah, they asked you if you're okay, and I tried my best to be a good actor, but she saw through it. So,
could you have continued?
Everyone says they can continue. I'm probably lucky that they stopped the fight. You know what I mean?
I think you would have
I'm chomping at the bit to fight that guy again. We'll see.
I think you would have beat the crap. I'm looking at Rocky in my
You're
head.
still going. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, he actually has a business we're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about that next. I just wanted to get to know the man.
You're so excited.
Do you know how hard it is
so
to do what you
excited,
do?
Tyler.
It's amazing what you do.
I feel blessed, you know, because not
As a mom, I'm feeling a little like...
not many people get to feel that fear. You know what I mean? You know, for the 2 weeks or the week before or the couple days before, doesn't matter what anybody says. You're worried. You're shaking. You're thinking about anything that could happen. You're trying not to visualize the worst thing. You know. And when you get over that, once you're in the ring, first of all, it just drops out, and you're just happy to be there. And afterward, the feeling of having conquered that. Not many people get to experience that these days. It's like an ancient feeling.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, I and I were very worried to watch the video, or we watched it live actually, and we were worried about it. But it turned out great because we saw his knockouts.
Well, I know a couple of guys in the fight game, and you speak like you're a teacher. Yeah. You don't speak like a fighter, if you understand what I'm saying. So that you're telling me what you're going through, and I'm talking to myself about some of these boxers and fighters that I know, and the way they talk, and the way you could tell that they got wrung a little bit. Everything is a little bit off center. But this is amazing. I mean, this is just amazing.
Are you training while you're here in the States?
Yeah, I'm training as often as I can. I'm going to a gym. I just joined up with a gym in Virginia called Kaizen MMA, which is going really well. But in regards to what you said about how I speak and everything else, we were speaking about this yesterday. When you bring artfulness or a poetic way of thinking of things or an open-mindedness into something that doesn't normally happen, you can create something beautiful. You know, if you look at Ali, he was a communicator. You know what I mean? And fighting, in my opinion, is about communicating. You have to know how to manipulate the other person's view of things. You know, you have to be a good actor. You have to use your eyes. You have to use your face. You have to use your body language to get them to do something that opens them up for the attack. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people just think of it as this one-note thing. You know, just get angry. And in Muay Thai, you're pursuing something called Jai Yen, which means cool heart, right? So you're not supposed to feel anger. You're not supposed to feel fear. You're not supposed to feel excitement. You're not supposed to be happy. And you're supposed to look like you're going to work. You know what I mean? And whatever happens, it's stoicism, you know? And that's what opens your eyes up and allows you to see clearly.
They have a whole ritual before they go into the ring, correct?
It's something called the Y Crew. So you do a ceremonial dance, and it's to show respect to your teacher, to Buddha, and to the king, essentially. And of course your opponent in the ring itself.
And then he floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee.
That's right.
All right, we're going to fascinate. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to learn some more, I guess it kind of goes with what you do,
It
Wendy.
does, I was saying
more
that.
herbalistic ways that you can help promote, really,
Wellness.
Tyler, fill you in on it. Wholeness, wellness, focus, concentration, and empowerment. We'll be right back.
Greatness isn't something you chase, it's cultivated. The Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness, written by Dana Sardano, is rooted in self-dedication, personal growth, and simply living in greatness. Inside, you'll find empowering prompts, hot tips, and space to journal your reflections. Featuring vibrant artwork by Dana Sardano, this is more than a book. It's a visual celebration of feminine power in all its forms, bold, colorful, and unapologetically authentic. Ready to be great? Grab the Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness at ubuntufishgallery.com. Also available as a beautifully designed deck of cards to bring greatness wherever you go.
What if learning didn't just teach children, but helped heal, empower, and awaken the whole child?
Veda Finds Her Crown, written and illustrated by Dana Sardano, is a fun, interactive experience for adolescent children, blending a relatable story with a hands-on workbook that invites them to read, reflect, and apply Veda's journey to their own lives. Paired with the 9-week chakra-based curriculum and accompanying deck of cards, children explore self-awareness, emotional regulation, and confidence through creative cross-curricular learning while addressing the needs of the whole child. Because, after all, when we educate the whole child, we empower the whole human. To grab a copy, a deck of cards, or the whole kit and caboodle, go to ubuntufishgallery.com.
I am an American veteran. I'm proud to have served this country. Helping veterans is something all Americans can participate in, and it's as simple as donating an old car that you have sitting around. When you call the Veteran Car Donation Program, they'll explain how their program works, and then arrange a time they can come and pick up your vehicle for free. Running or not, it doesn't matter. They take cars, trucks, motorcycles, or vans. As a veteran, show your support by donating your car and get a tax deduction in the process. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program right now. They'll come and pick your car up for free, and you'll get a tax deduction in the process. Call the number we're about to give you right now. Thank you, and God bless America.
800-378-3816. 800-378-3816. 800-378-3816. That's 800-378-3816. Proceeds support Heroes on the Water.
Text alert! Text alert! I was receiving letter after letter from the IRS.
I got Mike Velati on the phone and I said, Mike, I got a problem.
He took the pressure off my shoulders.
He just made me feel like I had Superman on my side.
Trust me, he's the man to go to.
IRS problems? I'm Mike Velarde, enrolled agent. I can help. My company, Winning Tax Solutions, has always gotten our clients the best possible results. Visit us at winningtaxsolutions.com or call us today.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, we're back.
Like nothing, I tell you.
I tell you, the astounding thing about what he does is that he does it in such a calm sense. You know, when you play sports, you have this rear up and go. This,
right.
As a coach, you know, you had to get the kids fired up and let's go do this in football and what have you. But with him, it's like this even keel deal.
Sally, has he always been like this, mellow, chill? No.
Not really. But I think Thailand changed him. Yeah, no, he's doing what he loves. At first, I honestly, I mean, he has a business now too, but I was really worried. But if he can do it, he's
so
doing
you
it.
see a change.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Tyler in a long time, but I mean, he was been all over the world, right? Yeah, everywhere. But we have him here now, and this is who he is.
All right, Tyler, so tell us about your business. It kind of goes hand in hand with everything you're learning, right?
Yeah,
everything you're practicing.
It pretty much just fell into my lap, which is,
Just grab your mic.
Absolutely. So here we go. This is called Yadom.
Just grab your mic.
Grab your mic.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm a rookie.
What's the name of the company?
Yeah, so my company's name is called Tom Yum Yadom. Are you guys familiar with Tom Yum soup?
Yes.
Yeah, very spicy, very tangy soup. So that's actually my fight name in Thailand, Tom Yum, because everyone calls me Tom. No one can pronounce Tyler for whatever reason. So first of all, the reason I came up with the name was the fight name, but also it kind of evokes what my product is. So this is called Tom Yum Yadom. Yadom is a centuries-old tradition in Thailand. They're essentially herbal blends that are used for grounding, for focus, to clear the airways. I can't really call them here a medicine because it's not an FDA-approved thing, but in Thailand it's fully accepted as a traditional medicine. And what I do essentially is I fly in all of the ingredients from Koh Samui. I make a blend that is essentially a traditional blend, and then I accent that in order to make it more nuanced and more acceptable to Western audiences. Right, so this has been around for a really long time. If you've heard, obviously many people know about Vicks Vapor Rub as an example, or Boom Boom Sticks. These are, in my opinion, they were inspired by Yadom. right? But the difference is those will last about 30 days. They don't have really much of a story behind them, and they're very synthetic, right? They'll last only about 30 days. They evaporate very quickly. So these guys will last you about a year and a half, right? They're mostly dry herbs, everything. They've got a story behind them. And turns out I found out about them because we were using these in between rounds, right? So when you're getting the hell kicked out of you, your coach comes over, he pours some of the essential oils, this guy here, which is essentially cinnamon oil, camphor oil, peppermint oil, clove oil. Yeah.
Spicy.
Yeah, so he screams in your face, he sticks that in your face, you go, and you're ready, you know? So there are a lot of different uses. About 72 million people a day are using this in Thailand. So what I'm looking to do is to open it up to the Western markets, like Red Bull.
And you have about 8 different varieties?
Yeah, I've got 8 varieties right now. I brought you guys a couple to try. You guys
Well, hold on. You're mixing the oil with the spice?
Yeah, so normally the base is camphor, borneol, which is like a crystallized tree sap from Southeast Asia. Cloves, as you guys know about cloves, obviously. Menthol, and gosh darn it, I'm forgetting one, but that's the base essentially, and then I add different things. So as an example, this yellow one here, this one has more borneol in it, right, which is the crystallized tree sap, so it's got a lemony, peppery scent. I named each of my my varieties based on the feeling I feel that it gives, right? So this is a little bit more of a clearing one for the airways and to wake you up, so we call that clarity.
And are you putting that through your nose?
Yeah, so I'll show you how you do it. Just pop it open like this and give it a nice concentrated whiff. Like that.
That's it?
Yep, that's it, you know, and it'll last forever. And I took it to, so the way that I've been selling it is I take it to festivals. I was just at Electric Forest. You guys heard of this place? So this is a 70,000 person festival. So we just walk around with a sign that says sniff this. And people come in droves, and people absolutely love it. The festival scene was a really cool place to try it out because these people are into sensory stuff. They're into, you know, ancient storylines, and also they're just really friendly.
Well, if it lasts forever, then it's not a consumable, so you're not selling more to I know, on the business side of it.
Yeah, you're not ingesting it, but that's also why, so in Thailand, you've only got like 3 varieties. It's so traditional that they're afraid to play with it, and I'm not constrained by that. You know, I want to show appreciation for the culture that brought me this, but I also feel that there's a lot more to be done with it. You know?
So you said there's 8?
Yeah, I've got 8 blends. This is my crown blend. This is a little bit different. This is the liquid version. This is the one I actually use during the fights. It's not really for everyday use because it gives you a big, you know what I mean? It wakes you up.
And then you snort. You put that in your nose as well, the liquid version.
Yeah, so you touch it to your nostril, just like this.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. And
like Vicks Vapor Rub. Okay.
Yeah, for about 30 minutes, you breathe like it's your first time breathing.
I sampled that yesterday. It's powerful.
It's intense. Yeah.
Does it clear up your sinuses, allergies, and things of that nature?
There's also, so first of all, that's my primary use for it, right? And it also just wakes, like, I mean, I've literally been concussed in a fight, and then they put that under your nose. You go like that, and it's like you can see again.
Wow.
Really amazing. But also, they're using it for congestion, so they'll rub it on the throat like this when they're feeling a little bit under the weather. And I use it also when I'm having a tummy ache. It's very cooling. You know what I mean? So you feel it on the stomach, and immediately you feel nothing but that cooling sensation, which is really cool.
What about inflammation? Because you fight, you get a lot of inflammation.
Well, I actually, when I don't have Tiger Balm, I will use this.
Tiger
Balm
Balm
gets more deeper into your tissue. That's what it's meant for.
Yeah, I've used Tiger Balm.
But we're looking to branch out. You know what I mean? We want to be able to touch all of the different traditional Thai remedies and bring them to people, and bring appreciation for the culture. So that's one of the steps that we have coming up.
That's interesting.
And what are the other ones? There's 7 different ones.
Yeah,
I mean, there's 8, but the other 7 do what?
Yeah. So I'll try to go through the variety. Here's my pink. My pink one is my favorite because this is the one that the Thais seem to like more than the traditional ones. You know, which really it makes me proud. You know.
Nice.
So this one has that base, and then it's also got pink peppercorn, peach blossom, and rose hips. And linking back to what you said about pink being, you know, the color of love, and this, we call this compassion, actually.
Nice.
And people who are having, people in the festivals, they have a good time, right? So people who are having a little bit too much of a good time, they've come and told me essentially this really brings them back to base. It's like a focal point for them.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And my sister is a child play therapist, actually. And
they know Sydney.
Yeah, she's essentially endorsed this as another way. So often people will eat like a sour candy when they're having an anxiety attack or something, and that will kind of bring them back. And she says this has the exact same properties.
Nice.
Her boss just bought a couple of them. So
Nice.
Very nice.
Wait a minute. For anxiety, it also helps?
Yeah, absolutely. So they say
God.
that there are many studies that show that if you just have like an extreme sensation of some sort, not
Right.
pain or something like that, but a sour candy or a a pungent smell or a nice, these types of things, something sensory and simple, that will serve as like a focal point that you can grab onto
grounding.
and kind of bring yourself back down to reality if you're too much in the stratosphere.
Yeah.
so to speak.
And the pink one is also one sniff, or
Yeah, there are, so
just sniffs?
I would say like half of my scents are very are more medicinal. Like the Americans love I call it power. It's got a lot of peppermint and menthol. That's more single note, and I'm not really as much of a fan of that because I like
Layering.
to go on a journey a little bit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So power is very much just for waking up. You know what I mean? If you need to get something done, slap yourself in the face a little bit. That's really good for that. Clarity is also really good for waking you up. It's a little bit more nuanced, but still more medicinal. And then I've got ones that are much more for just enjoying, the pleasant sensation, right? So the compassion one, I like it because it has like a front, a middle, and a back note. You know what I mean? In the beginning, you smell the peach and the cloves, and then you move on and you start to feel the rose hips, and then at the end, you get that little bit of pink pepper spice, right?
Nice.
So some of them are more sensational and some are more practical, I also have another one called Serenity, which I really like. That's my newest flavor. That is with anise, white peppercorn, and jasmine. And that's very nuanced and mellow as well.
Nice. Sally, have you tried it?
Yes, I have. It kind of with the one I had, kind of really, if you're feeling a little tired, it definitely wakes you up. I mean, for my first.
Which one did you try, Sally?
Which is the first one?
I think I gave her the yellow one actually, Clarity. Yeah.
Nice.
They work. It really works. I mean, I was very worried. I said, were you able to bring these through customs? He says, yeah, of course. There is nothing wrong in taking this at all because he came through customs. Mm-hmm. But, my first reaction, you sniff this, what's going to happen to me? But the feelings are great. Each one has its purpose for whatever you need it for. And they work. They work.
I really thought there was going to be a favorite, you know what I mean? But when we went to the last festival, it was each person had their own thing that they wanted.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Each thing, like something that resonated with them, even based on some memory or a childhood thing or just simple preferences food-wise or culinarily. And so we had a really cool, even spread of what people liked, and a lot of people took 2, 3, 4, 5 of them just because they enjoy having something new each time.
Nice.
I also like it for if many people have told me this afterward. It brings them back to an experience they had, so you can, just like if you smell your mother's cooking or something like that, it'll bring you back. So a lot of people are using these to accentuate some great moment they're having,
Nice.
And many people say yes. So I have the pink one, and this reminds me of the third stage in Sherwood Forest or something like this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And Steve, did you try it?
Yes, I like the blue one. Which what does that do again?
That's power. That's the wake up one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it woke you up?
Yeah.
Wow. And just one sniffer, do you?
Yeah.
No.
I usually do 2 sniffs.
I'll let Tyler tell you. Yeah, no, you can sniff it as much as you like, actually.
Right? If you go to Thailand, you'll see people carrying these little cups everywhere.
Really?
Everywhere. These ones are everyday use, right? So it can be used to combat bad smells. You know what I mean? Which there are. I love Thailand, but the streets get a little when it's hot, it can stink. So a lot of people are using them pretty much just as like an oral fixation as well. I just quit smoking recently, and this is helping me a lot. I'll be honest with you, I haven't fully quit. I'm like 1 a day now, but these are making it easier.
You went 6 miles and you smoked. Unbelievable.
Yeah, my coaches tried to make me stop, and then I was like, so come run with me.
But it's something you can use throughout the day, Freddie.
Well, what I like about it is that there's one for each different individual type of deal, depending on what you're looking for.
And we're going to be coming out with a new one that I've been. My coach doesn't like this one, but I disagree with him. We're going to be coming out one with wasabi extract.
Oh my gosh!
Really, that's going to be more fighter centric, I think. But I think it's very cool because wasabi is a really big back note. You smell nothing, and then it just kind of taps you in the back of the throat. So I'm experimenting now a little bit. I'm probably going to put it in the traditional blend, with wasabi and maybe like a little bit of ginger extract as well.
Try not to give me that one.
I'll try not to. I might sneak it in.
How do people get it?
Yes.
So it's on my website. We're at tomyumyadomherbals.com. We just did a whole revamp of it, which I'm really excited about. And of course, they can message me on my Instagram as well, tomyumherbals. Very simple.
Amazing.
And
There's so many options.
Do you buy them? They come in individuals, or do they come in a set of 6?
So at this moment, we're working on a bundle idea because I think many people should have as.
I love the bundle.
Yeah.
I'm biased, but I think it's good to have a bunch because depending on what you're feeling or what you want to feel, you can take a little journey. You know what I mean? Right now we're selling them
I think big journeys are always fun, and I would change it to sniff this or something that's something easy to remember.
The name is. You know what I read somewhere about marketing. The name is secondary to the marketing itself. You know what I mean? I wanted it to stand out a little bit, but when I think about Boom Boom Sticks, it's correct. It's more legible. It's a more simple way to just stick in the brain. You know. So we're a work in progress. Let's see.
He hasn't really been doing it this long. I mean,
it's been about 6 months, something like that.
Nice. That's incredible.
I built it from my sister's couch. So.
How many units would you say you sold at the last festival?
I sold about 250, so we sold about 50 a day, and we didn't even get a booth.
They were walking around asking people to try it.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, that was not easy.
Imagine two hippies walking up to you, dressed absolutely insane.
Totally different.
And just telling you to sniff this cup of herbs. So I know for a fact that it's a good product because people had to fight through that whole wall and still purchased it. You know what I mean? So our idea for the next year, because I have to get the capital together to go to make the actual booth. But when I get the booth, we're going to make a sensory tent essentially. So it'll be outfitted like a Bedouin tent, probably with tapestries and some incense and things like this. And we'll have a long wooden table with divots in it with different oils and herbs, and you can essentially come, pay a fee, and make your own, which would be really cool. We'll offer some free tea as well.
Nice.
That's my next goal.
And this is not your backgroround.
This is not my background.
I feel like I'm with a totally different person. He was so very different.
Well, this hurts a whole lot less.
Say that again?
This hurts a whole lot less than
it hurts a whole lot less, but it all links together, which is cool. You know, I never would have found this if I wasn't chasing my dream. You know, I did sales for a really long time, and I love sales, but I don't know. It didn't
ring your bell.
Yeah, it just didn't make me feel something in here. You know, I felt like I had to force it. And in about a month, I changed everything. I moved from Serbia. I got a divorce. I moved over to Thailand, and it just felt like the next stage. And it was very scary, and you know, I felt like there was a lot of mystery everywhere, and I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing, if I had jumped too far into something. And slowly but surely, as I built the family at my gym, as the fighting started to take hold and become more of my identity, this kind of just fell into my lap, and yeah, I feel very blessed.
Pretty good.
Tell all your friends to ask you how you can sniff this.
Sniff this.
Sniff this.
Welcome to Freddie's World. Such a pleasure to meet you. We're going to have to go try them while we get ready for Sally's show.
Absolutely. What a pleasure, guys. Thank you.
Wendy, so in alignment with everything we talked about, right?
I'm blown away. I love it. I love every second of it.
I mean, you could have had anybody, but Wendy was here. We didn't know who was
That's just so wild.
It could have been a cooking class.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah. All right, ready to wrap this up?
Ready to wrap it up.
Such a pleasure to have you, Tyler. Great to meet you. You are so well spoken.
Yeah.
You too.
Well, thank you. Totally well spoken. Amazing. Changed your whole outlook on their generation,
It must
right?
be the spinning of the studio.
It must be the lemons.
There you go.
It must be the lemon.
Now he needs to bring everybody back to work.
Exactly. All right. We're going to wrap this up. We will see you in about an hour or so at Call Me Zena with Sally Bernard and Steve and Tyler. Wendy, see what Sally's talking about today. And for the cafe, we'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.